Hey Al, I just watched your replay. I watched your whole replay. Oh, I didn't really say hi to everyone yet. Hello everyone, good morning. Welcome to another Moment in Time with Taylor, the Fem Yoga Morning Show at 8:30 a.m. New York time every single day. Yes, I had a farm. So I watched your replay and I thought it was very interesting about the trolls. I do notice that trolls get a lot of broadcast done about them, which is I kind of feel like it's best to just ignore them and not give them the attention and everything that they want, but I thought that you were being empathetic towards them and giving them some advice, so I thought that was a different take on it. I thought it was pretty cool. So everyone follow Al Canada. Hey Dinesh, you guys should all follow each other. I see all these bubbles coming up below. I love you all. We have Eddie, we have Greg. Hey Greg. We have Danique, Yardi Yogini, that's my best friend. Make sure you follow her. Good morning, Dee. Hello, hello, hello. Who else did I miss? Who else is down here? Hey Chris. Hey John, Zombie Master, hello. I didn't know your name was John, but hello. I'm Taylor. Oh wait, egg drop didn't start. Just kidding. Good morning, Chris. Everybody follow Jerkface. He's the one that made the body butters and the soaps and the lip balms for our trivia. I'm just getting egg drop set up and then we'll get right started with the yoga. Hello, LOS 4789. 4799, my bad. It was nice. I woke up early. Actually, I went to bed really early last night because we went searching all around for the cat. We didn't find her, and I was just really bummed. So I didn't eat dinner or breakfast, so I probably shouldn't do too much exercise right now until I eat. Hi, Alma. The 5-foot rule. Is that me? Nice feet? Thanks. Am I doing squats today? Were you? Oh, yeah, Chris, you were in there, weren't you? I should do some squats. You're right, I should. So that's what I was going to say. I woke up early, which was nice because I got to watch some broadcasters that I don't always get to watch before my show. So there's two that I watched this morning that I really like, and I figured I would share with you guys. I'm a little bendy, yes. Amazing, Taylor. Thank you, Dinesh. So the first one was Charlene Hutzabot. She is a fellow wellness warrior, and her username is Positively Slim. She's really cool. She does workouts, and she said she's going to start doing Pilates videos as well, so I'm excited. I don't know what the next food challenge will be, but I will be making some food today. Felicia, I haven't seen you in so long. How are you, beautiful? Everybody follow Felicia. Thank you for sharing this out, Felicia. That really helps me to get closer to my gold badge, which I'm really going for with my VIP, with all the forearm work and exercise. We might have a Lady Hulk in the making. I think so. Me and Danique, we're both becoming Lady Hulks. And then the second broadcaster I watched was Ifran4, I-F-R-A-N. Thank you, Greg. I'm great, Felicia. I am great. I'm so glad that you're here. So Ifran4, he's a taxi driver, and he does broadcasts every day in his taxi, and I think he's pretty cool, and he's trying to get VIP, so, check him out. And that was something I was going to say. Whenever you see broadcasters that you like, go ahead and pop into their broadcasts, even if you can't stay, and then just leave if you can't stay. That's fine, because that still gets us the views, and that helps us on our journey towards VIP, and, of course, it makes us more reputable. If you're feeling really generous, you'll pop in, you'll share it out, and then you can leave, and that just really helps us out a lot. We can all do that for each other. I try to do that for all of my broadcasters. I try to share it out to everyone, so, the more followers you have, the more helpful it is to share out, so you can build up your followers by broadcasting as well. No news of the most famous Perry cat. There's a little news. So yesterday, and you can just sit up nice and tall. We'll just kind of start to center. I'm going to answer that question. I love yoga too, no limit, JT. Someone called us yesterday and said that they saw her the night that she went missing, but that was now 2.5 days ago. So she's not around that area anymore. But we went around, we put posters all up last night, so. So let's get centered. Let's take some deep breaths for any tension, any negativity, any stress that you're trying to let go of here. Just take a deep breath in. Open the mouth, let it go. Let's do 4 more like that. Feel your shoulders down and back. I think that was enough, but I forget. So let's do one more for good luck. Inhale deeply. And let it go. Let it go. We can bring our right ear towards our right shoulder, keeping both shoulders down. Good morning, welcome to my scope. I do yoga every single morning at 8:30 New York time, switching shoulders, left ear towards left shoulder. Just relax the neck and come back center. Bringing chin towards the chest, open the back of the neck. Keep your heart lifting tall. Come back center. And then ever so slightly tilt your chin up. If you have a lot of range of motion, it feels good. You might bring your head all the way back. And then back center. You love Russia? Okay, that's fine. Al, you have block privileges, I believe. You can actually block people from my broadcast on my behalf, as far as I know. You can try it. So if you grab them, like hit reply to their comment, and their name will pop up into your typing, and then after their name or before their name, wherever, just put #block, and it will actually block those people. Now, they can't do it to you, obviously. They don't have privileges, but all my super fans have privileges, and... Right, Chris, but it was so far from my house. Like, it was like 2 miles away, which she just does not journey like that. So another thought I had was maybe somebody took her that lives in that neighborhood, and she was like meowing at the door, because that's what she does. She's like, meow, meow, meow. Or she escaped, like they went to take her out of the car and she got out. So then she's lost because she has no idea how to get back. You know, that was more my thought process than her actually, because she would have had to cross so many roads to get over there, and it's just like, she's so afraid of the road. She doesn't go near roads. Like, it's just, I don't know. None of it makes sense. You're learning bank. Yes, Felicia. And you can actually, Felicia, I learned you can put block at the end, too. You don't even have to put it in the beginning. You can put, like, @Lundstrom_Felicia. I'm not going to block you, but you could put, like, the username, #block, and that works, too. Some people have tested it, and it works. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate the empathy. Good morning, Angelo. How are you? The king of trivia. Everybody follow Anti-And. Good morning, Mills War. I've seen you in here before. I hope you're having a good day today. I thought about cutting my hair, then I woke up lucid. I like guys with shorter hair, but everyone, you know, everyone has their own style. They wear whatever they want to wear. Whatever your wifey likes, you know? Good. I'm glad you're good. Well, that says Brock. Hi. Yes. He put Brock so it wouldn't block you, Felicia. Yes, like that. Okay. So now my hips are feeling pretty sore from yesterday, so I'm going to come right into bound angle pose. Now you might need to do a little bit more warming up, but my hips are just sore from yesterday. I don't know why, so I'm bringing the soles of my feet together. Your feet can be as close or as far from your groin as you like. You're going to inhale nice and tall. Yes, I have Easter. And then exhale, pull your heart forward. You can walk your hands forward. Kevin Durant's arms. Who's Kevin Durant? Is he strong? His arms must look like mine. Then everyone have it. Happy Easter then. Yes. Happy Easter to you too. I don't really celebrate Easter, but I will be going to my family's house tonight. So I'll be making some black bean and corn salsa, and I'm thinking, oh, you guys can't really see me, can you? I'm thinking I'm going to make it on scope. So if you guys want to check that out later, we will. Going forward as an excuse to see comments. Yes, you caught me. Yoga, Pilates, and Periscope workout. It is called Passover in English, I learned. Apparently Easter is some pagan thing. No, we call it Easter. Yeah, Easter is the goddess of fertility, which is why Easter is about rabbits and eggs. So it really has nothing to do with Jesus. A lot of the stuff we use to celebrate it, which is totally crazy because we talk all this crap about pagan, worship and things. But, oh, the hypocrisy is unending. Good morning, Trevor. How are you? You're good at trivia, too. I'm going to take 3 deep breaths here, okay? 2 more. 1 more. Then I'm going to bring myself back up to a nice tall spine. Yes, doing it like a rabbit. Exactly. Oh, thanks for inviting your followers, Trevor. That really helps me out a lot. I'm trying to get a gold badge, so I appreciate that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come... So feel your body. Don't do anything that causes pain or discomfort. But if this feels good... Oh, thank you, Ideas Rex. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but I'm glad that you're here. I love to see supportive people. You know, I always say, I don't get a ton of trolls, and maybe that's not true because Danique tells me, I miss so many troll comments. maybe I just look over them. I don't know, but it's like I get so much positivity. I get so much love, so much encouragement. I mean, literally right now, my entire bottom of my screen is circles of people that I follow back. So I just love it. I love the community. I love everything. Oh, thank you, Hansa. Cheese, chocolate, and beautiful scenery. Scandinavia? I thought you were in Denmark. Okay, so you can either sit on your feet like this, or if you're feeling really nice and open in your hips and quads, you can bring your feet outside of your hips, but keep them in close as you can, so they're right glued to the outside of your hips, and your knees are coming straight out from your hips. Make sure your knees don't open up. That could put an unnecessary strain on your knees and ligaments. Hansa, you can watch the replay in the beginning. I talked a little bit about that. Get to business. I am. This is yoga right now. Denmark is part of Scandinavia as far as I know. Oh, teach me. What is Scandinavia? Everyone teach me right now. I hesitate doing yoga on Periscope, but so glad to see you sharing, and it makes me more confident too. Oh my gosh, yes, I want to follow you. I will totally watch your yoga scopes, and I will attack all the trolls. Okay, I just followed you. Whoa, you have tons of followers. Everybody follow Ideas Rex. She's got like 19,000 followers. Oh wait, where was I? I was kneeling. Hello, Bob Care. Hello from America. Bonjour. All right, so I'm sneaking my hips in between, only if that feels good. And then your choice. You can just stay here and just feel that and come out whenever you're ready. Or if you feel really good, you can start to walk your hands back behind you, maybe coming down onto forearms. What's her name? I missed it. I'll have to look in a moment once I'm done with this. I'm going to take a few breaths here. Make sure your hips are down, away from your shoulders, and keep your core engaged just to protect your low back so you don't hyperextend your low back. It's normal to have a curve in your lumbar spine, but it shouldn't cause pain or discomfort. So come out of it if this isn't comfortable for you. Some of you are going to feel it really intense on the knees. You do not want to feel that. So come out of it if it's just stretching your knee ligaments. Where I'm feeling it is right in the muscle belly of my quad. So that's how I know I'm doing it right. If you don't feel it there, and it feels painful or uncomfortable, please come out of it and talk to me. Type in the comments. Let me know where you were feeling it, what you were feeling, and I can show you some alternatives to this posture. Two more deep breaths wherever you're at. Let it go. And then engage your core. You can bring your elbows under your shoulders to kind of push you back up and then come back forward. I'm totally going to come down onto Sphinx pose, which you can or cannot do. I'm totally doing this to read comments. And it feels really good on my back. So I have my elbows right under my shoulders. My feet are back as far as I can get them so that my low back and my hips have a lot of space in them. Aw, thank you. You're so sweet. You're so sweet. Yeah, the sun's shining in the windows now too, which is awesome. In New York, we get our weather here, so it's so nice whenever we get the sun. Pasch? What's Pasch? Like Passover? Because Passover is different. Passover is like a Jewish holiday, and I thought it was in a different time of year. Irina, that's her name, Irina. Am I saying it right? Irina or Irina? Irina. You rarely do it on scope. Well, now you're going to start doing it more, right? I'm lucky to live in New York, I guess. Lucky how? What's lucky about living in New York? Just curious. Is it the extremely high taxes that make me lucky? Or is it the snow, the 3 feet of snow every other week? I'm saying it right? Okay, I said it so many ways. I'm going to say Irina. I'm going to go with the first way I said it. Irina. So pretty. And then when I watch your broadcast, I'll see how you say it. Let's take a few more deep breaths here. Ow, that's so funny. Keep your pubic bone moving towards the floor. Do I get paid more in my job? Oh, I'm not in New York City. So I'm a yoga teacher, and actually, I think I'd probably charge normal rates for yoga teachers. It's $60 for a private session. The snow is lucky. You would say that, Chris. Paso. Oh yeah, I already read that. Okay. So now I'm taking a brief child's pose. Big toes are together. Arena, are you a yoga teacher? If you're still in the room. I'm turning my head side to side to make sure my neck is nice and open. And if your belly is uncomfortable on your legs, you can open the legs up like that and bring your heart through. How about the private yoga? Yeah, I mean, we can do that. I just have to find a time that works for you and Hansa. Hansa, are you still in here? I need a time that works for me, you, and Felicia, because you're the only ones that signed up for the private yoga session. Arena is a traveler, a world guide, a superhuman tourist guide. That sounds really cool. Around what countries? No, I'm doing yoga for 10 years, but somewhat irregularly. Pianist, artist, multidiscipline. That is so cool. You sound fascinating. I have hiccups, apparently. Let me take one more deep breath here. Good. And then we'll come back up onto hands and knees. Take a little cat-cow here. Make sure the spine is nice and warmed up. Skip it. Skip what? Is she talking to me? You talking to me, Felicia, or someone else? Skip what? So inhaling into cow and exhaling into cat. I'm definitely going to check out your broadcast, Arena. That sounds really interesting. I love piano. Oh, about the private yoga? I don't want to skip it. I just want to make sure I'm not going to be alone there. You know, and if you two really want to do yoga, I'm happy to teach you guys. I just need to know when works for all of us. I have a pretty flexible schedule next week. Yes, I love traveling. I'm going to start doing some scopes when I travel as well. The friggin' Blue Jays. Always with that question. Everybody follow Arena. You will not be disappointed. Yes. What's her name? Ideas Rex. And then we're going to curl our toes under and lift our hips up to the sky for downward facing dog. If you want, you do not need to do this. If you're a beginner and that doesn't feel good for you, you could also do peddlers, where you just step one leg back at a time, curling the toes under and pushing out through the heel. Just make sure you keep your hips nice and level and always put your knee right back under your hip. Okay. And then looking between the hands, we'll step or walk forward to forward fold. A huge surge of wind. Tuesday works for you next week? Okay, Tuesday. Let me just write that down really quick while I'm in my forward fold. Tuesday, private yoga with Felicia and maybe Hansa. Okay. Yay. Cool. Trana. So it definitely is your fault. Hands to the thighs, inhale halfway up. And exhale, fold. I love when my viewers connect with each other, make friendships among each other too. And then we're going to inhale out and up. Sweep your arms up overhead. Exhale, hands together at the heart center. Take a deep breath in and out. And then inhale out and up. Does yoga really work for what, Chris? What goals do you have with your yoga? I don't know what a Timmy's is. Squeeze out a fart? I don't think I can. I don't think I can fart on command. Sorry to disappoint, Zippy. Hands to the thighs, inhale halfway up. Exhale, fold. And then bend your knees as much as you need to get your hands flat down on the mat And then same thing like we just did, you can either step back like we stepped forward, or you can hop back. Is there any point to yoga? I would say yes, obviously. So in plank pose, if you're feeling ready, we're going to do 3 circles in both directions. Can somebody block Zippy 5656, please? I would appreciate that very much. There has to be Timmy's in upstate New York. I've never heard of that, Chris. Oh, Tim Hortons? No, I don't know. I don't think we have that. And then back to your downward facing dog. After you do 3 in both directions. And then back into your plank. Shift forward and down. Uncurl the toes and back up. Thank you, Irina. Hope to see you back soon. And then we'll push back. Thank you, Felicia. Have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow. I love you. Keep the weight on the root of your pointer finger and thumb. The heel of your palm. And then look between your hands. Your choice. You can step forward like we just did, or you can bend both knees, and at the bottom of an exhale, gather your energy. And hop forward. Try not to hit the laptop. See you soon. I've seen them as far south as West Virginia. Yeah, I think they skipped New York. Like I said, New York is kind of weird. We don't have a lot of stuff. We don't have Wawas. We don't have Vons. And now I'm just doing some twists by bringing one arm up to the sky. You can bend the opposite leg, so when your left arm comes up, you can bend your right knee. Have a great day, Irina. When right arm comes up, you bend the left knee. Just keep your spine nice and long. Tarjay? Yes, we do. We do have Tarjay. Hands to the thighs, inhale halfway up. Exhale, fold. Somebody's knocking at the door. Inhale, sweep it out and up. And exhale, hands together at the heart center. Hi, baby. I'm just going to take a little Malasana squat. Check my comments. Target got kicked out of Canada, is that true? 2 more deep breaths. If you can't do this one, just don't. Good, and then we'll find our mountain pose, standing up nice and tall. Woo, my hips are still so sore. And back to hands together at the heart center. Inhale, tall. Exhale, root down through the feet. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Exhale, fold. Thank you, and you too. Have a great day. Inhale, halfway up. And exhale, fold. We're going to come back into our plank pose, however works best for you. And what did I want to do here? Oh yeah, we're going to do our plank to forearm plank work. I'm just going to sneak back so I don't hit the laptop. I read that book, Made in America, about Sam Walton and Walmart story. Wow, I feel kind of weak today. That's weird. Probably because I need to eat some food. So I'm just going to do probably about 3 of these on both sides. And back to downward facing dog. Into plank and forward through chaturanga. Up to upward facing dog. Woo! Back to downward dog. Why am I sweating? And then let's come into plank and forearm plank. Inhale. Exhale, send the hips up and back into your dolphin pose. then child's pose for 3 breaths. I'll check comments at the end of these sequences. So now we're going to turn our palms together. And I do have egg drop going, so don't worry. I'll catch your comments right after this. Stick around. Palms are facing each other. Elbows are going to be right under the shoulders. Come back into your plank. Inhale. And exhale into your dolphin. Modified dolphin. And then back to child's pose for 3 breaths. Good, last one, and then after the child's pose after this, I'll be checking comments. So again, my elbows are under my shoulders, but now my palms are up. And I'm really trying to keep my thumbs wrapping towards the mat. If you can touch them down, even better. And don't do anything that causes pain or discomfort. So we're going to step the legs back into plank. And on an exhale, lift the hips up for your dolphin. Child's pose, 3 breaths. You got this. If you press into the hands, that will open up your armpit muscles. Your shoulder muscles, I should say. Okay, so take any pose that's comfortable for you here. Yes, my regular followers are amazing. They're all amazing. Yes, I woke up. Good morning. Red Sox Nation. Uh-oh. This Kevin Hart face, I know. I love it so much. Hello, CBA. I'm not dead. I'm not dead. I'm everywhere like a paparazzi. Yes. Sure, she's sleeping like a bear. Can you come see me? You can see me on your phone. I'm not right if I go over 3 days no yoga. I'm with you there, CBA. Thank you guys for keeping the conversation going when I can't contribute. Is the upward dog a different breed from the downward dog by any chance? Nope, same breed. You have to do mine today. I missed the last 2 days. Okay, cool, yeah. What kind of dog would it be upward? I don't know. I still think Walmart employees should unionize. They're very, very anti-union. And I'm kind of I don't know. I'm anti-working for Walmart. I also heard they didn't participate in Remembrance Day either. Okay, I think I caught all the comments here. No, it's because I have the face of a jerk. You don't have the face of a jerk. I know I do have a good crew here. Well, welcome, welcome. I'm so glad that you found us. I can take my shorts off, but I won't. Jamaican food rocks. Hey, my best friend's Jamaican. She makes jerk chicken. So good. Oh, jerk face. I get it. That's so funny. That is so funny. At the beach, I do Speedo reading. Oh, dear. I know, Taylor, we have very different views. I know. In Al Canada does, too. And that's why I love it. I love that we can all be diverse, because in my book that I'm reading, they say that your internet communities are less diverse in terms of opinions and ideologies, which I find like my Periscope community seems to be pretty diverse. But they do say that your internet communities are more diverse in terms of age, race, and gender than your real-life communities. But your real-life communities, like your neighbors, your family, your friends, tend to be more diverse in thought processes and in beliefs and opinions. We discuss and agree to disagree, and that we can agree on. Yes, here we go. Here we go. Lose the shorts. You guys are harassing. Have to go. You gained a new follower. Wait, I want to follow you. Wait, say one more thing. Crumb. Somebody say something and I can just scroll back to her comment. Somebody send up some emojis. One more thing. That was very good. She's punny too. I like her. I'm following you. You got a new follower too. Yoga. Oh, hey, you have a gold badge. I'll follow you too while I'm up. Following the gold badge. Lucio G. Thank you. Later, skaters. Those shorts have to go. I think something has to go. There we go. That's much better, right? All right. Actually, we're warmed up. Let me take a sip of water and then we'll do our forearm stand practice. Thank you, my Concha. That's so nice. That is so nice. Boom. Yes. You're welcome. Thank you for being here. Some people say I have a drinking problem. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't speak French. I don't speak Francois. Is that how you say it? I'm not sure. I need to learn how to say I don't speak each language. Okay. Might have been a little too much water. Let's take a breath. Did I miss any comments? I don't think so. Bonjour. Oh my gosh, the puns with you, Al. The puns. I like it though. I like puns. Let me just take a minute to let my water kind of make it to my stomach before I go flipping myself upside down. Well, actually, I can set up. Let's set up, shall we? Actually, I can move you guys a lot closer. Boom. I know it's a little dark in this corner here, but we'll make it work. Sorry for shaking it. Sorry if that's messing with the microphone or the connection. We're almost there. A little more. I like when you can actually see my feet so you can tell if I'm actually doing it or not. I don't know if you'll be able to see my feet, but we're going to give it a shot. This makes me sad. A piece of Macy hair. Ooh, Macy, we miss you. Heart. Thank you, Lucio. I only try successful, or not I do try. A smile a day keeps the trolls away. That's true. See, I don't get a lot of trolls. I don't think. I think I get a lot more love than I do trolls. You know what's weird, though, is random scopes are totally hit or miss. Like, I did a late night scope the other day, and I got quite a lot of trolls and not a lot of my followers. How does Taylor do yoga at the stairs? One step at a time. Exactamundo. But if you do a daily show at the same time every day, you'll notice a lot more positivity because people know when to be looking for you, and they'll come in and they'll connect you with other awesome people like Chris and Al and Greg who are still here. They stuck with me through the whole class. And we're almost to the end, so let's try some forearm stand, shall we? First things first, wipe your feet off. And then come to the wall. Second thing second, take your rings off. Hips are so sore. Let me just quickly, don't worry about doing this yourself. I just want to open up my hips a little bit because I'm going to need them for when I try to kick up. There's not really a ton of room here, but I'm short. Okay. You're addicted to me? Thanks. Oh, that fucking. Oh, addicted to love, right? Yeah, okay, I get it now. I get the joke. Oh yeah, I didn't do any squats, Chris. We'll have to do squats at the end. I don't want to use up all my energy on squats and not be able to do my forearm stand. Oh yeah, I still have 20 minutes. We're good. We got this. Al Palmer, ladies and gents. Al Palmer? Who's Al Palmer? I'm hungry. Okay. Am I getting distracted? Wait, is your last name Palmer? I did not know that. Oh. I get it. Not really. I don't know who Robert Palmer is. Don't hate me. Stay with me. I suck at trivia. I don't know anything about, like, music, movies. I don't know. I'm just not interested in those kinds of things. I'm not not interested in anything like pop culture, anything consumery, like the latest anything. Like I just don't know. and you could tell me all about it, but I'll forget because I'm not interested in it, you know? Yeah, Addicted to Love Singer. I'll learn, I guess, if I care to learn. I keep watching my replays and I notice that my head hangs forward a lot like this. Has more proper alignment, but I'm always like this. You guys have to tell me, pull your head back. Pull your head back. Where's your head at? Okay. Latest, that was the 89s. The 89, I wasn't even born yet. I wasn't born in 1989. So that's my excuse. Alright, let's do it. I think that might have been the longest I've ever held it. It wasn't very long, but it felt good. The Beatles have arrived. Are you guys taking me through each year in musical history? Susie Berlin? Who's Susie Berlin? Everyone has to follow Susie. I don't know who Susie is. Why are you singing? That's pop culture. Because it's my broadcast. I do what I want. Good. Where's Susie? Susie, are you here? Susie? She does rooftop scopes from Boston. What's her username? I don't see anyone talking named Susie. I'm going to try again. I'm just waiting to see who this Susie character is. Thank you for the hearts, you guys. That's so nice. Okay, I don't see Susie. I don't use Snapchat. Okay. Oh, she's following me. Oh, okay, so she's not in here? It's a matter of life and breath? I like that. Hey, look, I can translate the Arabic. Seek refuge in God. Okay, alright, that sounds good. I will seek refuge now in my pose. Oh, almost lost it. Okay, that's officially the longest that I've held it. Look at me, you guys! I feel like I'm bragging, but I'm like, oh, it's just so good. This daily, practicing it every single day has been hugely transformative in my progress through this pose. Because if I didn't feel like doing it, I wouldn't do it. So I wouldn't get there, you know? It's like, I didn't feel like doing it because I wasn't good at doing it. But now that I'm getting better, I can feel that addiction. Like, when you get good at a new skill or you learn a new something, you just feel like, I just want to talk about it all the time, I want to do it all the time, I just want to perfect it and get to even the next step, which will be handstand. But that's 21 days away. Or more, probably more. Okay. Cool how she translated that so fast. Yeah, it's egg drop. If you broadcast, definitely get egg drop. It is so, so, so helpful. Chris, I answered your question. We're like telepathically connected. Follow Susie Berlin and watch her early morning wake-up scopes, top of the roof, funny and sweet. I will try. Early morning is not my best time. Samson Sports, a change mainly. I don't know what that means. That was also the other Arabic comment. How much is egg drop costing you? Egg drop is free. If you get premium, it's like up to $10 a month or less. But I kind of like work for them. I'm a egg drop spokesperson, so it's a little different for me. But if you're looking for work, reach out to Joey. Otherwise, just get the free version. You really don't need the premium version until you have like thousands of people coming into every broadcast. What city are we in? We're in upstate New York. Well, honestly, what would you use it for? It's helpful because, one, you can translate anything that's in a different language. Two, you can see who takes screenshots if you care. Whether or not you care, I don't know. But normally you just see the camera, but you don't necessarily know who it is because the colors sometimes overlap from person to person. So this will tell you exactly who it was. You can block people based on certain words. So if there's certain words you don't want said in your broadcast, you can automatically have them blocked if they say it. You can also automatically block anyone who takes a screenshot, which I don't recommend because Android phones glitch and they make it seem like you're taking screenshots even when you're not, because that happens to me all the time. I'm just going to open up my other hip here. And then another thing is you can set up moderators. So like I said, you can block people on my broadcast. That is awesome. That's like one of my favorite features of Egg Drop. And then obviously you can see the comments back forever. So even after we get off, you can go in here and like look and see what everyone was saying, see if you missed any comments or anything like that. Hey Michael, it's my Aussie friend. Hello. Can you use Egg Drop even if you never broadcast? No, it wouldn't do anything for you. It's not useful unless you're a broadcaster. So you don't need it if you don't broadcast. Don't worry about it. So I can set it up to block trolls from my broadcasts. You can, but it's really hard to figure out what words you want to block. I don't have any words blocked. Hey, Hansi. Hello. We're about to do another forearm stand. One last one. Hi, Sage. When is he sending the wombat? Yeah, Michael, when are you sending us a wombat? He tried to send some stuff last night, but I guess the post office was closed. I don't know if he meant here or there, but Michael, if you're paying attention, on USPS.com, you can just print a label. You don't have to call them. But maybe you were talking about somebody else being closed. You were calling them. I'm not sure. Yoga in the house today. Yes, we're in the house. We're almost done. We've already been going maybe 40 minutes. You tried. It's a little chilly outside. I went out there. The sun is shining, but I think it's like 40 degrees. So maybe I'll do something outside later. But today's plan, for if anyone likes to make easy food that you don't have to cook, but everybody loves it and you can bring it to a party. It's a really good like last minute dish if you need to. I'm going to be making in a few hours. I have to first eat after this and then go to the grocery store and get the ingredients. Then I'll come home and I'll make it on Scope if I have time. And I think you guys are going to like it because it's black bean and corn salsa. So it's got black beans, corn, tomatoes, onions, whatever kind of peppers you like. And that's really it. You just put all that stuff in a bowl, dump a bunch of balsamic vinaigrette in there, and you're done. Put it in the fridge so that it can cool, refrigerate, get cold, and then it's salsa. Easy as that. It's, what's the word? Diced tomatoes. Oh, see, I don't want to block people for saying feet because what if they say, like, one of my good friends on here, his name's Chris, not Jerkface, different Chris, and he was like, you know, he's a bartender and a bouncer, so he's on his feet all day, and he's like, you know, my feet get really sore, like, is there anything I can do in yoga to help my feet? And I was like, yeah, so I took him through this whole legs up the wall pose, but it's like, if he had said feet and got blocked, I mean, that would have been ridiculous. So even things like boobs. Like, if I have a girl in here, and she's trying to do something on her stomach, and she's, like, her boobs are in the way, which happens. It's not a problem for me, but it's a problem for people with big boobs. And if they say, my boobs are getting in the way, and they get blocked, it's like, come on, you know? So I just don't block on words. I don't have words automatically blocking. Am I skipping? Am I skipping, you guys? The poor wombat doesn't like the envelope. Oh, wombat. Hey, thanks for inviting your followers, Star. You'll get in his house. What? You're going to look up Egg Drop tomorrow. Awesome. Hey, Sage. Yeah, exactly. Stand with feet apart would get blocked. Exactly. Thanks for inviting your followers, Hans. I really appreciate that. Connection's okay? Good. Jesus Christ. Didn't he die today or yesterday? Supposedly? Okay. Good skin conditioner, that Vegemite. Vegemite! Yes! Why is Fowl not broadcasting? I don't know. I should text him. barrel with 1 or 2 small holes. Diced from a can? Yeah, diced from a can. I'm doing yoga. Not right now. I'm about to, though. I think I got everything. Racist talk would be something to block, but you have to be sure. Yeah, I mean, I like to block them, and I like for my moderators to block them, but I don't want to have the words automatically block people, because if someone says the word black, it doesn't mean they're being racist. They might be like, I'm wearing a black dress. You know what I mean? So it's just, personally, I don't block for words, and I don't block for screenshots. But I do, my favorite feature is having you guys be able to moderate for me. So if I'm over here and you guys see someone saying something weird, if they tell me I'm ugly or whatever, you can block them for me. And that's my favorite feature. And you have to have premium for that. And also with premium, an eggbot comes into your scope even if you don't have a second device running. Where if you have the free version, you have to have the second device going to get the eggbot in. And the eggbot allows you to do, hashtag fortune, hashtag 8ball, hashtag hangman, hashtag define, hashtag weather. Hashtag info, hashtag bio. So really cool things to have the bots in there. Derogatory racist words. Maybe the N-word? Maybe, but personally, and this might be, I don't know, I might lose all my followers when I say this, but I say that word sometimes because I listen to a lot of rap and hip-hop music, and now I don't really type it though, but who would be typing that word to me unless they were singing along with a song that I had playing in the background or something, it's just kind of, that word is not a problem for me with trolls. That's why the moderation works. Yeah, Sage, what happened to that group you used to be a part of? Yeah, Sage, tell us about your group. And I'm going to do forearm stand. Swifty! Hanzo, don't leave me! Hashtag I'm confused. How does someone have a face instead of hearts? Hashtag KH what now will give you Kevin Hart's face in your hearts if you broadcast. But I think you said you don't broadcast, Smile. BJ, you're so disappointed? Really? I don't say it a lot. I just say it sometimes. Oh, you mean Perry 10K? It's the best group ever. Yeah, he's still in that, I think. Not a good thing to say, no matter where you hear it, but it's your choice. If I'm singing along with a song, am I supposed to, not say that word? I mean, they're not saying it, in a derogatory way. It's, a word that they use for, their boys and stuff, a lot of women call men that word just as a word, they're not trying to use it derogatorily. I think that word's progressively become less derogatory depending on in which way you use it, First group you ever joined, that's so cool. Yes, I've done 2 forearm stands so far. They're actually pretty good. I'm going to do one more. Holding in farts. Don't hold in your farts. Do not hold in your farts. Let them go. The other group where people made challenges. You also have a recovery group too. Cool, this is cool. Everybody follow Sage for sure. Follow Jerkface, follow Hansa. Even though he's kind of fart trolling us. Farting is normal, Hansa. It happens to everyone. Hello. It was a health group. Maybe it's the recovery group he's talking about? Alright, last one. And then I can eat some breakfast and go to the store. Okay. Oh, I want to do that one again because that wasn't long enough. Alright, that felt a little better. The second one was the best one, for sure. I'm still getting it. Thank you, Sage. The one before this was better, I will say. Where do I see myself in 20 years? Somewhere warmer. Married to the same amazing Mr. Perfect. Maybe with kids. I don't know. Maybe. Yes, it was a forearm stand, but thank you. That's good. All right, what time do we have here? Yeah, that's what I've been doing. I'm trying to get people to do Fem Yoga Fridays, but people don't really seem to be really into it. Yes, thank you, Sage. Is it unhealthy to hold gas in? I would say it is. Yeah, I would say yes. Because then it's like still in your body. Gas in general isn't really something we should be struggling with. Let me just wipe this off. I always forget to do that until the end. But whatever, better late than never. Hello from Armenia. Hello from the United States of America. Very beautiful young woman, thank you. What was I answering before that? It's unhealthy and you might implode on an elevator, yes. So, my face is pretty red. Yeah, so gas, it comes from basically not being able to digest certain foods. Your body kind of like creates, what's happening here, methane. I don't know all the science behind it. If someone does, definitely correct me if I'm wrong. But I know like if you eat certain types of beans, there's proteins in it that we can't digest. So it gives us gas and different things. And also, if you're not focusing on eating and you're taking in a lot of air while you're eating, that can cause gas because you're kind of like getting air trapped in there because your body has to switch between, am I going to send whatever's coming in into the stomach or am I going to send it into the lungs? So if you're kind of confusing it, sometimes some air will go into the stomach. And it can cause a lot of pain. It basically can stretch out your intestines. And like, when they stretch out and recoil, it's painful. It's not comfortable. So gas relieving pose is this. You lay down on your back and bring your knees into your chest. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, lift your upper body off the mat, hug your knees close, squeeze all the air out. And as you inhale, you'll lay back down, lengthening your legs back down. So that's a good gas relieving pose. If you're in a place where you're not able to lay down, you can also bring your legs in towards your chest, like that. And if you have a small enough tush and a big enough chair like I do, you can put your feet on the chair with you and do your gas relieving pose like this. And maybe even squeeze it all out. Yeah. Thanks for explaining. Oh, you're welcome. Spalka, that was called gas relieving pose. Kombucha for everyone. Yeah, you get a kombucha, and you get a kombucha, and you get a kombucha. You want to America? Onions are bad? I like onions. Onions are going to my food today. I like the people who have the accent. They say onions. Onions. Okay, why do I have this over here? Let's bring it in front. I challenge you to a yoga battle. Which asana are you doing? That was gas relieving pose. I can't think of the Sanskrit name for it. It's wind relieving. It's like, is it Bandhu? What's wind? Banu? I know the English word, gas relieving pose. Makes you fart, makes you burp. Okay. My yoga is so like unspiritual. Awesome, yogi. We got some Russian. What are you saying, Roman? Is that how you say it? Arise Cancer. Okay. I'm still trying to remember that group. And more Russian. I am also a yogi. That's really cool. I wish you could understand me. That's really cool. Wind in the willows. Morning, yo. Morning, son or daughter. You would be blocked yourself by now. I know. I troll so often. I'll be like, someone will say something about their feet, and I'm like, show feet. Yogi bear. Yeah, so a yogi is a male yoga practitioner, and a yogini is a female yoga practitioner. All right, we still have 5 minutes, so if anyone wants to chat about anything, otherwise I'm going to grab my book. That's what I always do to fill up space and time, because I know that it's really boring to sit and watch a broadcaster waiting for somebody else to create the content as opposed to them creating the content themselves. So I'm filling up space by saying all of this. Let's see if there's any comment. Reading time. Yes, Michael knows. Hello, Mom. It's your son. Oh, it's okay. That's so funny that you said that because I look over here and my other son is outside the door. Ready? Here he comes. Hello, son. Hi. My fur baby. My furry orange son. You want to come say hi? No. He's like, no, I'm going to hang out in the sun. Read us a story? Okay. And a child yogi is a boo-boo. Yeah, it's a boo-boo bear. Exactly. I used to have a dog named Yogi, actually. Before I ever did yoga. Kind of funny. Kind of funny. All right, so just a couple minutes of reading here. Read us a story. Oh, God. All right, mobility and sprawl. Compared with the citizen... Oh, this is Bowling Alone by Robert Putnam. Compared with the citizens of most other countries, Americans have always lived a nomadic existence. Nearly 1 in 5 of us move each year, and, having done so, are likely to pick up and move again. More than 2 in 5 of us expect to move in the next 5 years. As a result, compared with other peoples, Americans have become accustomed to pitching camp quickly and making friends easily. From our frontier and immigrant past, we have learned to plunge into new community institutions when we move. 1 fish, 2 fish, red fish, blue fish. Okay. Nevertheless, for people as for plants, frequent repotting disrupts root systems. It takes time for a mobile individual to put down new roots. As a result, residential stability is strongly associated with civic engagement. Recent arrivals in any community are less likely to vote, less likely to have supportive networks of friends and neighbors, less likely to belong to civic organizations. I'm not done with the paragraph, but I want to stop there and just encourage anyone on Periscope who's been considering broadcasting, or if you've broadcasted a few times and you're not having great success with views and numbers, just keep doing it. It's exactly what he's talking about here. When you're new to somewhere, it takes a while to get your community. I mean, I've been on here for, I don't know, about 2.5 months, maybe 2 months and 3 weeks now, and I still every day find really cool new people that I've never seen on here, like Arena earlier. She broadcasts all the time. I've never seen her. I've never come across her. But we have similar interests and we vibe. So now we met today. And we wouldn't have met if I wasn't broadcasting. And we also wouldn't have met if Al hadn't shared the broadcast out and got her in here. I think that's how it happened. So thank you, Al, and thank you, Arena, and thank you, everyone, for being awesome. Yes, yes. How do we increase involvement? Okay, that's a good question. Humans are like a virus. Procreate and consume natural resources until there are no more, then move. Well, isn't that like all living creatures? And I think there's a lot of humans who are really interested in sustainability, like agriculture. With our farms, we didn't just wait until the soil was depleted and then leave. We would plant, I don't remember the word, what is it, what do you call it when you plant plants that are complementary to each other and things that change the soil composition? Root plants, maybe. Root vegetables are really good. We eat organic and grow during the summer. That's awesome. Every other species has a natural habitat with nature. What's unnatural about what we do? Humans are like locusts. See, I get into this discussion a lot. I'm actually interested because it's what's unnatural about humans when nature, we are part of nature, human nature or whatever, but we if we came up through evolution and we're doing all the stuff we do now, building houses and pulling up oil from the ground and traveling to the moon and traveling to Mars, what's unnatural about that? It's not outside of nature. It's not like we are separate from nature, I don't think, in my personal belief. We consume and destroy, we don't coexist. You think every single human being does that? I mean, I don't even kill bugs. I don't even squish bugs. Not intentionally. I'm sure I accidentally step on bugs sometimes. But bugs also accidentally fly into my eyeball and my nose, my ear all the time. Root for the plants. Legumes. Thank you for inviting your followers, Alrimi. That's true, but we also create and encourage and love. It's about perceptions. Yeah, not individual. But we are a group of individuals. We're just a group of individuals. You swallowed a bug today? You took one for the team, Michael. Okay, so Michael, you asked a good question that I wanted to talk about how do we get more involvement. So I don't know if you mean civic engagement, like what we're talking about in the book, or if you mean involvement on Periscope. So if you want to clarify that first before I start rambling, there's a lot of Arabic that I'm not going to translate here because you guys are talking to each other. and it would take me forever to translate each comment. So I'm going to let you guys talk amongst yourselves, and I'm going to finish this paragraph, and then I'm going to talk to Michael. So people who expect to move in the next 5 years are 20 to 25% less likely to attend church, attend club meetings, volunteer, or work on community projects than those who expect to stay put. Actually, Michael, another thing, you volunteer a lot. I would love to hear how long you've lived where you live. So again, Michael, how long have you lived where you live? Because you're very active in your community and you do a lot of volunteering. Homeowners are much more rooted than renters, even holding other social and economic circumstances constant. Among homeowners, only 1 in 4 expects to move in the next 5 years, compared with 2/3 of renters. That's a lot. That's 25% versus 66%. Because of their greater rootedness, homeowners are substantially more likely to be involved in community affairs than are renters. All right, Michael, let's see. What are your answers here? Whoa, so much Arabic. A long, long time. See, it goes right along with the book. Encourage Taylor to focus on the book. I am focused. Not right now. They're having an ISIS meeting. Don't say that, Todd. Todd, don't troll them. She'll never finish the paragraph. Sure, it's interesting. Either, Taylor. Okay, well, as far as getting people more interested in civic engagement, I think I want to, hey, thanks for blocking people for me. Thank you. Who blocked? I don't even know who blocked, but thank you. I engage and get back far more than I give. Do you play Pokemon? Sometimes, not really anymore, but I played Pokemon Go for a while and it was a big deal. So as far as civic engagement, personally, I want to finish reading this book before I give too much input on that, because I've been learning a lot in this book, and I think that I'll learn a lot more and have a lot more educated response to that question after I read this. But as far as involvement on Periscope, so actually, you know who, I think Al Canada, you've recently started, I don't know how long you've been broadcasting, but I've recently started watching your broadcasts. And you do a great job, because it's even if you have no one in the room, you just give your content. So it's important to get involvement. It's important to have good content. No one wants to come to a scope like this. Okay. Unless your boobs are out or something, or you're naked, or you're what's that guy that he wears no shirt and he dances around, he pours chocolate sauce all over his chest? So if you're doing that, people might like that. So if I just went live, okay, let's say there's no title, or it's let's talk, or it's some clickbait title where it's I love Donald Trump, and then everyone comes in and you're I don't want to talk about Donald Trump. I was just a clickbait title. And you're okay. So then I just sit here, or no, even better. This is what I see all the time. Ready? Do you guys ever see this? Do you ever see that scope? Where someone's just on their computer and they just look at the screen every minute or so. Hey, you did a topic on that? Look how horrible this light is. I don't know what kind of angle this. You guys can see my stairs a little more. That's a little better. I still have weird crystal on my face, but you used to shout, "Pokemon Go, get a job." That's so funny. That's so funny. Should you be reliable in terms of time on scope? Yes, another great question. So just talk as if you have an audience. There's always replay. Yes, so people will check out your replays more often than you may think, and that will build up as your audience grows too. So I just heard this the other day from Catherine Huber. She's on here a lot, and she's got a really big following. She does a ton of Periscope type programs, so I recommend you follow her. But yeah, I recommend you follow her. She's cool. We have different belief systems, but she's cool. So what she said is that you should have a daily show at the same time every single day. And I did that before I heard her say that tip, just because it was easiest for me and it got me into my yoga practice. But I have noticed a huge boost from doing that. So I do a daily show at the same time every single day, and I promote it in my other scopes and things too. And that was a really big deal. Obviously my content as well. So I don't just sit here and just say, hey, what are you guys up to? What are you guys doing today? I'm getting ready to go to work. It's just the energy is low. the content is really low quality. And it's okay if you do that sometimes. I don't mean to make anyone feel like you can't do that. You can, especially when you have a big following, you really can't. Like Lindsay Paul, the medium, she gets on there and it's just people just talk to her and she just basically reads the comments and talks back to them. Not always. She has really, really great content too. But because she has such a large following, it's easier for her to do that. There are certain days I might even be able to do that, but there's times I try and it's like, no, nothing. It's fun too, but empty. Yeah, it can be fun depending on, who's in the room, what you're actually doing. Like if you're, say you've like had a few drinks or something, you're feeling really silly, or okay, that could be kind of fun. Or if I'm like wearing my cat costume while I sit and talk to you, it could be fun, but even still, it's pretty low quality content. Is she an interesting person at all? I think so. Speak. Don't stop. Don't focus on comments. Just share your message. I actually disagree with that, Al. So I actually say, for me personally, if I go into, I have, let's say the Hazelverse. It's a great example. Follow her too. I love Hazel so much. She's so cool. And she does a lot of content-less scopes, but she also has scopes where she does content. Like she does shows where she's going to face her fears and she takes you on scope when she tries to like ride the Ferris wheel and she's afraid of, and cool things like that. She talks about the importance of community. But a lot of times she's just sitting there smoking weed. So am I skipping? Okay. So when I go into her scopes, if she doesn't acknowledge me within the first literally 1 to 2 minutes, I leave. Because I'm like, I'm here to talk to you. Like if she was, she'll be sitting there and she'll be singing along with the music. She's got an amazing voice. She's a singer. She sounds awesome. But it's like, personally, I don't want to go in there to hear Hazel sing, which I do. You'll hear that anyway when you hang out with her. But I want to talk to her. I want to see how her day was. I want to check in with her. I want to actually have a conversation. So I hate when people ignore their comments. Like I was just saying this yesterday, when people do yoga scopes and it's just like them doing yoga the whole time and the entire time they're just not looking at the comments. To me, it's like, that's why would I, if I want to make a YouTube video, I'll make a YouTube video. If I want to make a Periscope video, I'm going to interact with my audience. That's the difference. That's what I like about it. And I think that's what you guys like. I've done that a few times where I'm working on yoga, my actual yoga business separately from Periscope. And I'm like, oh, maybe people would want to see me work on this. So I just put my camera off to the side where you can see me, and I'm like making a yoga class plan. So I'm doing poses, I'm writing down, and I get nobody. Nobody hangs around because they're like, I want to talk to her. I want to talk to you, Taylor. I wasn't here to just watch you do yoga. Because what if they have a question? They're like, what was that pose? Or what's that good for? Or what can I do if that pose doesn't work for me? And all that kind of stuff. Misunderstanding what you said? Okay. Explain to me. It's get lit with real people only when it's on my face. Right, yeah. I noticed that too. If I use Periscope Producer and I just put a screen up, news or something, I get no views. Hi, Steve. Hi, Tiki. Hello, I miss you. I know I'm going way over my time here. Or how about when the entire dialogue is private stuff between viewers and not even on the topic? That can be hard. We're kind of doing that now. People are probably coming in here to see me do forearm stand. I'm just sitting here talking to you guys. That doesn't bother me at all because I did what I said I was going to do in my title. I got, I did it. Replay viewers will get what they're looking for, but now I'm here to connect with my people, who stare at comments and say nothing. Oh, yeah, they read them and they don't even respond. Because I was going to say, Al, you're pretty good with reading comments. I thought, okay, so that makes more sense. Yeah, ignoring comments. So basically we're talking about the same thing. We don't like when our comments are ignored, especially by people if I come into one of your scopes, if I come into Michael's scopes or Dr. John's scopes or Al's scopes, and I'm like, hey, and they just, I see them see my comment, but they're just really trying to remember what they're focused on. It kind of discourages me. I'm like, okay. And I'll still sit there and listen if the content's really good and really interesting, but I think it's important to interact with your audience. So having a daily show at the same time every day, interacting with your audience, I think that's really important. Always talk, but you respond to comments. Yes, so that's the other thing. Don't wait for comments to come in. Don't be like, okay, well, I did my forearm stands, so what are you guys doing? What are you guys up to today? and just sit there and do nothing. So plan your content out in advance, have your daily shows, and then have filler material ready. You can tell jokes. You can look up funny images on the internet and be like, oh, look at this. Some people do like Scopeception, where they'll look on a different device. They'll go on Periscope and they'll find other cool Periscopers to share with their community. Sometimes you can just ask, hey, where's everybody tuning in from? And kind of talk a little bit about that. I find that to be pretty boring because so many people do that, but I like to wait for comments to come in too. Usually the title provokes. Yes, but what's cool about what John does, John Merrill, who's talking down here, he has like something playing in the background. He'll have like a video playing, like talking about something to do with his title, and then he's just sitting there so people can also talk to him, or they could talk about the content, so he kind of mixes it up. I think that's a really, really cool way to do that. I'm a quality over quantity in regards to viewership of my scope. Absolutely. You're very good at making people feel welcome. Thank you, Smile Point. That's so nice. That's so nice. I try. And you guys are all welcome, because otherwise I'd just be sitting here talking to myself, reading a book by myself. Most common enjoyable topics: food, trivia, food, and food. Yes, Periscope people love food, but the most popular is absolutely yoga in my experience. The salad scopes would get pretty big one time. My biggest scope ever was a salad scope, but that was a Wellness Warrior Day when I was featured, so it's kind of cheating. But definitely, and then once you have your numbers up to an average of 250 per broadcast, and that's every single broadcast that's public. If you delete them, they still count. Once you're up to an average of 250 per broadcast, you can apply for the Periscope VIP program, and that will boost your numbers as well. So the importance of boosting numbers. So quantity is important when it comes to numbers, because otherwise you won't find the quality people. You have to, it's like, you have to kiss a lot of, hey, Brandon, how are you? How are you, friend? We have to kiss a lot of toads to find the Prince Charming or whatever, like something like that. It's like you do have to you have to have a large pool to choose from to find high quality people. The bigger the pool, the more high quality people you can find. Hey, Brandon, to this day, I still get a lot of people coming back. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I come into your scopes all the time, updating you about their progress. Oh, on Periscope or like health progress? We're over time already, so I'm not going to read any more that you inspired. That's so cool. I see that a lot too. Like I know I have to school you. Yes, let's school right after this. Toads are kissable? Okay, I think they are. Oh, people that became vegans. Awesome. Yes, if you're interested in veganism, Dr. John has some really cool scopes that he does about that. A lot of really cool knowledge. He's been on his vegan journey 2 years? I'm not sure. He can answer that question. Hey, welcome back, Chris. Yes, I'm going to school you. Brandon, are you cool to do this right after this scope? I want to eat some food, and then we can connect, maybe? Tomorrow might be better. Let's figure it out. Well, we can link up, and then we'll see if we have enough time. Dr. John. Yes, John Merrill. Yes, he is a doctor. I followed you. I think you and I are quite different, but similar as well. Yeah, I followed you, too. You're Porch Dick, right? Oh, your name. I can't even say your name. Yes. So, yeah, Lindsay Paul was actually at your house the other day, wasn't she? That's so funny. I know, but that's what he calls himself. It's so hard. Oh, it's a Walking Dead quote? Yeah, I wouldn't know. I would not know. Yeah, it's important. I think positivity is really important too. There's enough negativity. Enough with these rant scopes. I know I do them sometimes too. It's okay. But don't have all your scopes be negativity. No, there is enough. There is enough negativity out there. Do we agree on that? Like, we have great vibes in our group. Yes. I'm sheltered from the pop world, and that's okay. Yes, I'm voluntarily sheltered from it. Thanks, Dr. John. Thanks for inviting your followers. I appreciate that. I am about to jump off, but they can definitely check the replay. The replay will be a lot better because I'll actually be doing yoga in the replay. Peace and love to you. Awesome. Mozart rules, be real and positive. Yes, be authentic. I love to be honest, I don't mind if somebody wants to talk about farts or if someone wants to talk about politics or religion or anything, because it's like, hey, I'll tell you what I think if you want to bring it up. But I don't handle ad hominem well, which is if somebody attacks the person as opposed to their position. So if I say I'm an agnostic or an atheist and someone else says they're a Christian or a Hindu or Muslim or a Jewish person, and then I say, oh, okay, and we're having a discussion about that, and then they say, well, you're ugly, or you're stupid, or, well, well, you're too young to understand, or something like that. It's like, well, that's really not talking about my position at all, which is what we're here to talk about. We're here to learn from each other, not just to stare at each other's faces. Usually better not to go there. I guess people become sensitive. I totally disagree. I mean, my following is blooming. I have at least one socialist in the room that I get along with really well. I'm probably one of his super fans. Actually, Al, I think you just became one of my super fans too. And I'm like the anti-socialist spokesperson, like in my life. But I like Al a lot. And I get the impression he likes me too. It's not the person you should be opposed to. And if that's what's going to happen, then my scopes aren't for you. But we're not going to, vibe very well. Like, I actually do have a follower who, she told me that drugs are bad. I said, okay, well, what drugs are we talking about here? Crack cocaine, heroin, okay, marijuana, alcohol. Okay, so her position was that, and I'm not going to say who it was, of course, but her position was, did you say you can't stop staring at my face? What did you say? That's so funny. Hammers? Hammers are bad, forks are bad. Like you. Taylor, you rock my social world. Awesome! Hug back. I missed that part, but I saw it now. Hammer time. Is that the right? Din, 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 din. No, that's, wait. It's similar, right? Ice Ice Baby and Hammer Time. Don't they sound a lot? Wasn't there like a feud over Vanilla Ice stealing the music? Okay. Wow, we really just digressed there. I don't even remember what I was saying. Oh no. Can't touch this. Oh yeah. Stop. Hammer time. I don't know the words, but I know it's kind of like upbeat right after that. What were you saying? About about her belief. So she said that alcohol is not a drug and marijuana is a drug, a very bad drug. My guess is that most people in this room disagree with that. Yes, we can chill. Let's talk about weed. That will help us chill. When I get the chance. Okay, I'm paying attention, John. My replay is up of the creation story. People reported it? Interesting. So, she said that alcohol is not a drug. Weed is a drug. It's a very bad drug. So I said, that's interesting because one of my best friends has severe Crohn's disease, and she has had Crohn's disease. She's 37, I think. She's had Crohn's disease her entire life from when she was a young child. No, I do not smoke cigarettes. I do not. You gotta hate God to report the creation story. I'm sorry. I don't know if I would go that far. I don't hate God, but I also wouldn't report the creation story, so I don't know. I don't really report a lot of stuff. Hello, Taiwan. That's so cool. I'm here in America. Hello. Why hate? Yes. It's all drugs. Any consumed products which alters perception of reality is a drug. So that's what I started saying. I said, okay, so you have NSAIDs, right? Anti-inflammatory drugs. Well, what about turmeric? And what about onions? And what about garlic? And what about probiotic drinks? Or anything anti-inflammatory? Are those drugs? No, you cannot. But thanks for asking first. Oh, trolls. So I said that to her, and she said, I just think we disagree. And I was like, we definitely disagree. And this wasn't even, neither of us were broadcasting. This was all just text. It was calm. It was just, so, and I didn't say we definitely disagree. I didn't say that. That was just obvious to me. So I said, I was like, oh yeah, no, I was like, I just want to know why you think what you think, basically. And she said, I don't want to talk about this. And that to me was a perfect sign of someone who's not a good fit for someone that I want to be spending a ton of time with, because she can't go into depth. She has a belief that she's willing to put out there. Like she came out with it saying, I think drugs are bad. I don't know what you think, but I think drugs are really bad. She said that. It was not like me saying, hey, what do you think of drugs? Hey, why don't you want to talk about this? At all. She wanted to say she thinks drugs are bad. But then when I wanted to talk about what do you mean by that, she's like, I don't want to talk about it. And it's like, no, it's not that you don't want to talk about it. It's that you don't want to, one, be wrong. You don't want to, two, question your own beliefs. Three, you don't want to get into any depth. You just want to say, at the shallow, my government told me that weed is bad and alcohol is not bad, so I'm going to go with that, and I don't want to talk about it. But I want to talk bad about people who smoke marijuana, whether or not it's for medical, that's what I was saying, my best friend, one of my best friends, she's almost 40, she's had Crohn's her entire life, and medical marijuana is the number one thing that helps her get through. It helps her with having an iota of an appetite. It takes her pain away. It helps her sleep. And you're going to tell me that that drug is worse than alcohol? I'm sorry, Michael. I said I was going to chill. I guess I got kind of hyped. But then, so you're going to sit here and you're going to talk crap about patients, medical marijuana patients, and then you don't want to talk about it. That is crazy to me. That's crazy. That is so crazy. Weed is not worse than alcohol. I think everyone knows that. I think I've never ever met a person who ever said that. And she goes out, she says it, she puts her argument out there, but then she doesn't want to talk about it. And that to me was just so disheartening, because it's like, that's what I'm here for. I'm here to learn. I'm here to have depth. I'm here to have discussion. My whole life is like this, you know? I'm sorry, I missed so many comments. I did the exact thing I said is so annoying. But I was just kind of in the flow. I was in flow. Thank you, John. Thank you. I appreciate the encouragement. Let me just see. I love being wrong means I've learned something. Yes. I would love to be a guest on your show about anything medicine. That could be interesting. Yeah. What about drugs? Yeah. Brandon comes back in. He's like, "We talking about drugs?" What did I do this? We'll just do this and see how many people come in the replay. I have too many comments to keep track that fast. Yeah, I know. I never would have got my thought out if I read them all. For example, I could talk to someone as to why I think Batman versus Superman was good. Exactly. And if you say, I think Batman is good, and they say, "You're stupid," that's ad hominem. That's like, well, this is a waste of my time, If you're just going to say, "Oh, you voted for Donald Trump, you're an idiot." Okay, why am I an idiot? I won't even block people for calling me an idiot. I'll be like, why am I an idiot? Because Trump is an idiot. It's like, wow, this is a really great, useful conversation. I am not Donald Trump's biggest fan. I am not probably even on his fans list anywhere in sight. But I did vote for him. And I'm honest about it. It's, people don't like to talk about who they voted for and stuff. I don't know. I agree that you should protect yourself. If you think that you're going to be open to violence or removal of your freedoms for the beliefs that you have, then keep them to yourself. That's fine. Don't incriminate yourself. Don't get on Periscope smoking weed when it's not legal where you live. You know what I mean? So be mindful. You don't have to lie, but you also shouldn't incriminate yourself, because what you say can and will be used against you by your governments. So be careful, but be honest. So you can say, if somebody was to ask me something, and I didn't want to say the truth because I maybe would hurt something. Yeah, your name is united with Trump, so that's not too surprising. Smoking weed is bad. Vaporizing is better. That's true. And edibles are also useful as well. Actually, the edibles, I think, are one of the things that helps my friend with Crohn's the most, because it goes right to the source. She has a really hard time getting food in or down. So I think we're doing good. I think we covered a lot. So Sage, my answer to that question would be something like, in the interest of not incriminating myself, I'm going to choose not to answer that question. Something like that, My more professional ego just showed up. Hello, your gold badge. Ooh, fancy gold badge. I made you made vaporizers? That is so cool. That is so cool. Yeah, no, Sage, that was the example I was going to use. I was going to say, if someone asks you something like that, where you're like, oh, and you can just say, there's some reasons that I don't want to answer that question, because you still don't want to necessarily lie either. That's what I would recommend, but you can lie too if you feel like that's going to protect you, because I think freedom is the most important thing, and we should worry about that first. I know honesty is really important, but freedom... I would rather be a lying free person than an honest slave. That is bizarre when people are so busy getting high on scope, bored. Yeah, it's the most boring content, isn't it? When someone's just sitting there smoking, you're like, dude, this is not interesting. The only time it's interesting is to trolls. If you're half naked, your butt's hanging out, your boobs are hanging out, and you're smoking, then yeah, sure, you'll get a lot of views, but it's still not really very interesting, in my opinion. You were watching the Kevin Hart Now stand-up this morning on Netflix, relevant to the hashtag. Oh, did he just come out with that? Is it new? Because I've watched all his stand-ups on Netflix. It's like competition to see who gets the highest and who has the bigger bong. That's so funny. That's so funny. All right. Sleep tight, Michael. Sleep tight. I just caught that. That was the end of last year. It came out, I think. Oh, okay, yeah, I've already watched it. I liked his one right before that, I think. I actually saw him live. He came to my local area, and I went and saw him live. It was really funny. His openers were really funny, too. But I found his one or two of his Netflix specials were the best he's ever had. So, you know, and he's awesome. Kevin Hart is so cool with Hart Media Productions. He goes on Instagram Live all the time, and I get him to like say certain things. Like I'll be like, I'm in New York, and he's like, okay, people here from New York. I'm like, yeah, Kevin Hart. He talked to me. He saw my comment. Hey Hamza, you sound just like my friend Hamza. My bong is bigger than yours, so there. No, my bong's bigger than yours. I don't have a bong. He should be a guest on your show. Wait, who? Kevin Hart? Oh my God, he should be. He should be a guest on my show. I totally agree. I would go out to LA. Is he in LA? I don't know where he is, but wherever he is, I'll go. I am top. Thank you. You're top. I don't know what that means. But I love you all, and I'm going to go now because I'm talking too much. I know I went way over time, just like I did yesterday. So, love you, and I hope to see you all back tomorrow morning at 8:30 a.m. New York time for my daily Fem Yoga morning show. Hey, who to F? I almost said your name. Wellness Warriors. Hi, Anthony. We will get Kevin on my show. Yes. Al, let's do it. Oh my God, that'd be so fun. Except I have to get funnier first. I have to get funnier. Namaskaram. Uh-oh. Am I cutting out? Yeah, I have to go. I'm sorry. You should all follow me. I would love to see you. I'm going to be back in a few hours making some food on here. And then if you can't come then come back tomorrow morning and I'll be here. Yay! Let's all ask him. Let's just flood Kevin Hart with comments about being on my show. All right, we have to come up with a good show for him. We're going to brainstorm on this more. Thank you for following me. I'll follow you back because I feel bad. You just got here. You said Wellness Warriors, and then I'm leaving. So I followed you back, Anthony, and I hope to see you later. Later, T-Gator. Later, A-Gator. Oh, yeah, you're an alligator. Whoa, mind blown. Okay, love you all. This has been another Moment in Time with Taylor. Hope to see you back.